G'day, ladies and gentlemen. G'day, friends. G'day, Tramily. G'day, everyone. Nice to see you all here today. Welcome. Guten Abend, guten Tag, gute Nacht, guten Morgen, guten something something. Lovely to see you all. Hello. Hello, Mikhail. I can already not pronounce what you wrote, but we'll try our best today. G'day, Jenny. Hey, Sid, TM. Nice to see you. G'day, Catherine. Hey, Cheryl, Jane, Laurel, Suzanne, guten Tag, Suzanne, Natalie. So I'm excited. I'm just trying to see if I missed anyone. Nicolette. I'm just excited, guys. I'm excited. I think we're gonna have a good time here. This is the second iconic village in Australia that I've visited with you. And I miss Zerpi. Oh, sorry. And g'day, Zerpi. Guten Tag to you. Nice to see you. Yes, she will be lurking in the background. Off camera. Hey, Jill. Lovely to see you. She's a little camera shy today. I can't relate to the term camera shy. I've never been camera shy in my life, but some people are. Liv is. My dad is. My mum is. I don't know where I get this from. Jody, g'day. You are too, TM? Yeah. I know. My brother Jake isn't, so at least he's with me. You too, Suzanne? Yeah. At least Jake is my brother is in the same camp as me. Liv really is, Jen. Oh, Liv is, she's terrified by public speaking, by being in front of people, talking. So, yeah, that's just how it is. We're all different, you know? Hey, Robin, nice to see you. We'll begin soon. We'll begin in about 5 minutes. But I'm excited. We made it. There is signal, thank God. It was a little out of my way for me to just signal test, so I wasn't able to do that. I get a little nervous, but it is an established and, a very renowned tourist attraction, so I had no doubt that we'll have signal. I'm just stepping away from the sun. If you were camera shy, you would not be such a... Thanks, Suzanne. Yeah, I mean, that's true. If I was camera shy, I'd probably be a little more hesitant in how I go about it. So it's freezing, by the way. It is so freezing today. I'm wearing a short sleeves because I didn't want to wear my jacket again because I like what I'm wearing. I like the style, It's all about the style. And it's going to get to 28 degrees Celsius today, so I don't want to be stuck with a jacket all day. So I have to push through the morning, and then once we're in the afternoon, it's going to be nice and hot. Thank you, Jen. Another great shirt. Thanks, Sid. Yeah, well, look, today will be very different. We're going to touch on a little bit of history, but then we're also going to immerse ourselves in the German culture, the incredible ambience and vibe that we have in this little village. I've personally never experienced anything like it. I personally have never been to Germany either. Never been to Germany. Never, I've never been to... I was trying to think if I've actually hung out in a German community, but I've never even done that. So, but I love German people. I love Germany. I love everyone, really. I don't really care about a person's nationality. I'm going to shut up now. No, but seriously, this is the first time I've actually been in a village, a German-like village. So it's fascinating to me as well. Any German connection? No, I don't have any German heritage. My dad's heritage is Danish. So, but there is a Danish story associated with this village. So it did bring a certain element of pride to me. But yeah, it'll be lovely. It'll be lovely. Now, I'm pretty sure they all speak English. We did walk past a few of the shops, and they seem like, people were speaking English there. So it seems okay. But it'll be nice to have some guidance from the German-speaking voyagers in terms of what to say, just to sort of throw in a few German words. We'll begin in about 2 minutes, but is anyone here meeting me for the very first time? We're still waiting for a few more people. The numbers are jumping up, which is great to see more people jumping in. Robin, you visited in 92. Wow, wow, wow. I bet not a lot has changed since 92. It's a very well-preserved village, and it's heritage listed. So the South Australian government listed it as heritage listed, as a heritage listed village, so you can't change it in 1988. So it's, yeah, it's preserved. Oh, really, Liz? Wow, that's awesome. That's so cool. Is there anyone left who hasn't met you? That's a good point. We'll find out. If anyone hasn't met me, you're welcome to say hi. But nice to see you all. You know, it's great. If you haven't met me, just, oh, we've got Suzanne S. Welcome. Welcome, Suzanne S. So nice to have you. And it looks, by the look of it, Sweden, and you're from Sweden, right? And you're obviously supporting Ukraine. So lovely. I'm just judging. I can actually see your icons now. So lovely. That's awesome. I don't know how to... Guten Morgen. I don't know how to say good morning in Swedish, but my brother's wife is from Sweden. So welcome. If you want to see more, Guten Morgen. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right, because it sounds like moron. That's how I remember. So yeah, welcome. If you want to, it's evening there. Okay. Well, however you say it in, however you say good evening. If you want more tools, if you want more exciting stuff, just have a browse through my channel. Check it out. It's heygo.com/Alexander. Thank you so much, TM. You can just click on the link, head to my channel, have a browse. There's, you know, basically something for everyone. We'll be doing some art tours next week in Melbourne. We'll be, oh, by the way, I've uploaded a new one. We'll be checking out the Tram Museum. The curator has approved it of the museum. So we'll be traveling through time in the Tram Museum. So I'm excited for the Tram Museum one because I'm working with the museum together. It's actually the first tour in which I am actually working with a museum alongside them. And they're going to be assigning a historian with me, and they're going to be going through all the trams with me, with us. And we're going to be studying more about trams. Perfect. So, hello, everyone. You've booked too, TM. Beautiful. TM and Suzanne are all booked. And we've got Adam from Budapest. Welcome, Adam. Lovely to have you here, my friend. So let's begin. Welcome to Hahndorf. Welcome, everyone. Let's switch. No longer... Hey, Moira. Okay, enough of my face. That's it. Well, you won't see me for a while now. Bang! Hahndorf. Look at this beautiful, beautiful city. Oh, well, village, actually. It's not a city. It's a village. And Hahndorf is actually Australia's oldest surviving German settlement. And it all begins in 1838. It says here that the village was established in 1839. But in 1838, there was a businessman by the name of George Fife Angus. And he basically went to London because he wanted to promote settlements in South Australia. He wanted South Australia and Adelaide to grow as a city, as a state. So he headed to London, and he was trying to convince people to settle in South Australia. And then along the way, he met a Lutheran pastor by the name of August Cavell. And August Cavell, Pastor Cavell, was actually looking for he was looking for ways to rescue German Lutherans, because at the time, German Lutherans were being persecuted by the King of Prussia. Sorry. Cavell was initially looking at escaping with the refugees to the USA or to Russia, but at the time it didn't seem financially viable because obviously there wasn't much assistance from those countries. So George Fife Angus, who was very desperate to bring more Europeans to migrate to South Australia, he offered Cavell £8,000 to get started in the new land. He gave him like a bit of a Kickstarter. And then he provided Cavell, he said, okay, look, I'll also have 4 ships heading to the new land. You can have your refugees, your Lutheran refugees, jump into the ships, and we'll transport them to Australia. So in the 4 ships, they transported almost 600 Lutheran refugees from Germany. Now, several did die on board because, it was a 4-month journey, but eventually a lot of them got in. Now, it doesn't end there. So on the 28th of December, 1838, the third ship that embarked on the journey was known as the Zebra, right? Or some may pronounce it Zebra. It arrived on the shores of Port Adelaide, and it carried about 187 people, which was about 38 families, right? But before it left, it carried 198 people, but a few died on board along the way. And again, they were all German Lutheran immigrants. But when it got there on the 28th of December, the ship had to wait an additional few days because of the very low tides. They actually waited on the ship until the 2nd of December, and then the passengers were warmly greeted and welcomed by the settlers, the British settlers. Now, the captain of the ship was a Danish man by the name of Dirk Hahn. And in the 4 months that he was taking them, he was journeying with them along the ocean into the new land, Hahn he became friends with many of the Lutheran refugees. And he gained their respect for their courage. I actually spent some time reading Hahn's excerpts from Hahn's diary along the journeys. And he was talking a lot about the Lutheran Germans. And he was expressing his respect for their hard work, for their patience, for their resilience, for their optimism and enthusiasm. And it's interesting. If you'd like, I can actually copy and paste the excerpt into the group, Alexander Down Under, so you can have a read, because it's fascinating what he says about them. And he admires their sense of community and their sense of optimism. I'll do that for you guys, absolutely. But so he, because of that, he knew it would also be hard for them to settle in the land, right? Because they had very little knowledge of the new land. They had very little guidance. Their English wasn't that great. So he vowed to them at one point in the journey, he said, I'm going to help them settle properly. I do not want them to get ripped off. So when they got off, as soon as they got off, there were a lot of people who owned businesses who were trying to get them to work for them. And Hahn was like, well, these people have very hardworking, they have their own unique lifestyle, hardworking Lutheran lifestyles. They're not meant to work for other people. They're meant to follow their own routines and everything. So he decided that in order to help them, he will negotiate land for them, right? He just respected them so much. So he was a pretty well-connected guy, Captain Dirk Hahn. So he negotiated with some up there people to secure a parcel of land in the Adelaide Hills, which is where we're at now. We're actually surrounded by hills. And he negotiated 100 acres of land. And the best thing about this negotiation that he did, he ensured that the first year of the negotiation will be rent-free for the new Lutheran immigrants. So the new settlers, they all agreed that they'll use 19 of the 100 acres for housing, roads, shops, and the remaining 80 plus acres will be used for cultivating their land through farming and growing their economy. And their farming actually proved to be very, very successful. And they eventually bought the land, like not long after, they bought the land and paid off the entire debts, which is incredible. Just to show how hard working the Lutheran. Oh, are you, Shirley? That's amazing. Thanks so much for sharing that. Rent-free, yeah, well, only for the first year. It was incredible. But it also did help that Hahn also negotiated a year's provision of seeds, some livestock, and he put them all on the credit of the communal debt. So because of this head start that they received from Hahn's negotiation, the village flourished at a very fast rate. And eventually 14 extra families from a nearby German village that came from the second ship that arrived, called Klemzig. They also migrated to this newly settled village to help it grow. And then eventually it became a total of 52 founding families. So the village was initially settled by 52 founding families. Now, they decided to name the village Hahndorf, right? In honor of Dirk Hahn, the Danish captain, who basically helped them so much settle. And they just really, really appreciated it. So they actually erected a statue in honor of Captain Hahn. And this statue over here is here to commemorate the man who just basically had such a kind heart and went above and beyond to ensure that they will not only get to settle in a place in which they can exercise their Lutheran values and religion safely and without having to compromise. He also, he went out of his way he just expressed so much gratitude and appreciation for their way of life. So this is what they erected for Hahndorf, just basically help them thrive. And there's another stone giant monument over here in memory of Captain D.M. Hahn. Hey guys, can we keep the personal chats a little bit for later? Let's just enjoy this, hey? Beautiful. So here we've got this. And I want to show you now. I want to show you over here. Oh, it's all good, Moira. I totally get it. Like sometimes I get carried away, but it's just because I'll tell you what happens. People ask me questions, and then the questions get bumped up by the chat, and then I miss out on the questions, and people are unhappy, and then I'm the one that ends up being disadvantaged. And here we have the Pioneer Memorial Garden, right? And it says 1839. So they actually built this to commemorate 100 years of the village's establishment. But what's so special about this gate is pioneers of 1839. These are all the families, all the 52 families who are settled in here, the 52 Lutheran families. So these are all, and it's so beautiful that they all got to settle here and exercise their culture. They didn't have to compromise. They didn't have to adapt to the British culture. They just brought their own German, unique German culture, and they brought it here. So I just wanted to give you a bit of a history as to why it's called Hahndorf. Why is there a German settlement here? Now, during World War I, Germans in Australia were facing a lot of discrimination because they, well, as you know, there were World War I and everything. We don't need to get into that, but they were facing a lot of discrimination. So they actually, in order to keep themselves safe, they changed the name of the village. In 1917, they changed the name of the village to Ambleside, right? So Hahndorf was known as Ambleside in between 1917, and then in 1935, they reverted back to Hahndorf. But some of the businesses around here and some of the breweries, there are a lot of breweries, have retained the Hahndorf, the Ambleside name. So you'll see there's Ambleside here, Ambleside there, and they, yeah, so that's pretty cool. Now let's go for a little walk. Now that you know the history of Hahndorf, let's go for a little walk. Let's explore this beautiful village. Sorry, it's just a very small village, and I want to thank you all for being here with me. Let's cross the road. Where did they change the name again during World War II? So yes, it was in 1935. But it wasn't. It had nothing to do with World War II. They changed the name just because it was Adelaide. It was South Australia's 100-year anniversary. So they changed it in honor of that. Now look at this beautiful hotel. This is one of South Australia's first hotels, and it's called the German Arms Hotel, and it's beautiful. And what's amazing about this beautiful German hotel, perfectly preserved by the looks of it. They haven't changed anything about this hotel since it was first established. The menu hasn't changed. Everything is just purely preserved, and it's absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, it's shut because so up there you got a hotel, and then down there you got a restaurant. So it's actually quite stunning. We'll wait for a few more. There you go. So no cars now. You can take postcards, but absolutely stunning. So we can walk down this village. Yes, so it was initially family run. I don't know who the current owners are, Katie, but it was family run. I think it's still, from what I've actually tried to research, because I did try to research this hotel quite a bit, I think it is still family run. But what I'm not sure is if it's the same family that originally found it. So it's interesting because when Hahndorf first begun, there weren't many families around here. Now the population exceeds 2,000 people. So it's a very populated village now. I mean, 2,000 is not much when you're coming from a big city, and here's a little shop, a little skincare and beauty shop. Oh, how many tourists? A lot, Suzanne. I don't know the exact number of how many tourists come in and out of Hahndorf, but I do know that it's one of the most it attracts one of the most largest amount of tourists, in general. So they, as a village, this is a little chocolate shop, and it's got all the Easter chocolate eggs now. So they're preparing for Easter, which is lovely. Um, one of the main things that helps Hahndorf stay thrive today as a village is the tourism. There's a lot of tourism happening here, but it's a very charming village. Look at this beautiful little shop, and here they just sell little statues, Oscars, and we'll eventually turn left, and we're going to check out St. Michael's. St. Michael's is the first Lutheran church in Australia, so we'll check that out as well. And then tomorrow we're going to go church hopping a little bit. I might have to figure a way around that one because one of the churches is a long walk from the other. But I might jump on one of those electric scooters with you guys and we can check it out. And here we have the Humbugs. Humbugs, the home of the original Hahndorf fudge. Now, I've never tried the original Hahndorf fudge, but I am certainly intrigued, my friends. I'm certainly intrigued. Let's have a closer up look of the sweets. I've never seen those brands before. Any Germans seen it? You love Humbugs, Doreen? Okay. Edinburgh Castle Rock. And then you have Cadbury, of course. I mean, you just have to have Cadbury. I've never actually seen licorice, all sorts. Interesting. And these are made in Hahndorf. Mini fruit sadens. It's called the Humbugs of Hahndorf. That looks cool. And these are all locally made. It's beautiful, hey? Lovely. Hello, Elisabetta. Nothing typical German? Well, you know, Germans like sweets, don't they? Surely you guys eat sweets. And it's gluten-free too. There you go. Let's keep walking. And here's more of, this is the second part of German Arms Hotel. Now we'll keep walking. And here they have it, they've added a Chinese restaurant. But as you can tell, this building over here has been preserved. So this is the exact same building that they have added to, it's the exact same building as the original one. Except that because it's heritage listed, you can't break it down, you can't demolish it. And whoever did own it before sold it. And now it's a Chinese restaurant, which is nice. It's beautiful. It's a great way to break things up a little bit. And here we have all antique. Let's just keep walking, just get a sense. This beautiful little German village. And just look at the architecture, look at the houses. And you know what's interesting? It is International Women's Day, it's International Women's Week, right? So the whole week is dedicated to women, which is quite amazing. Of course, here we go. Here's the meat shop. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So the entire week is dedicated to women. And I was reading that when the Lutheran refugees are, I don't know, Jill, probably when the meat shop is closed and there are no labels on the meat, so, but it is bicolored. When the Lutheran refugees, this is a beautiful house, hey? This is lovely. This has become a house. When the refugees arrived here, so some of them worked in farming, but others had to still work for other people because they just had to give themselves this head start, right? So they did seek employment from others, and oftentimes the women of the village had to seek ways of getting food, right? I'm talking when they first began, when they first started. So they used to have to travel, commute. They didn't have horses. Again, they were very poor. So many of the women would basically walk from here to Adelaide, to the city of Adelaide, which is a 35-kilometre walk. They would leave at midnight. To head to the fresh food market. They would arrive to Adelaide at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then when they would get there, they would purchase all the fruit and all the vegetable and all the foods at 4 o'clock. So they would get there at 4. They would have a 1-hour nap. And then they would purchase all the foods at 5. And then at around 6:37, they would walk all the way back, get back to the village by afternoon. And then they would have enough food for a whole week. This is to obviously express my admiration for the founding women of Hahndorf, who once a week would travel that much and put in so much work to feed their families. So it's just incredible. This is the Hahndorf Memorial Institute. It's quite nice. And there you have a petrol station over there. Petrol is very expensive, $2.21 at the moment. And here you have a nice little shop. Absolutely beautiful. That's right, Adam. According to sources. And not only did they walk in a few weeks. How beautiful is this? This is pretty cool. Check this out. They must have, exactly, Dunya. They must have. I haven't yet, but I think I will. It says best coffee in town. I think we'll have to try that out. Organic local produce, scone, pretzel, feasting, strudel, waffle, warm fires. You've got kids going to school. Got German sausages, pork hock, hustler chop, and more inside. I think inside, you love the flower containers, don't you? Yeah. I'll give you another nice shot of this place. How beautiful is this? Absolutely gosh. I have no idea, Steve. Can anyone who knows what a bee sting is, please share that with us? What is a bee sting? It's a cake. Thanks, Suzanne. Thank you. It's a beautiful, lovely little village. Here's the post office over there. You've got a barber. And Hahn in German, I was told, means, thanks by the way, Suzanne, for that, it means rooster. So when I first started researching, I was under the impression it would be Rooster Village. But I'm sure they do have roosters here too. And here we have Welcome to Cafe Assist Assiette. So let's keep walking now. I want to check out this building. This is the museum. This is the Hahndorf Museum. Now, it's not open now. I would have loved to sneak in and check out the museum, but it's shut. Let's just check out the museum. And then we're going to head to the oldest Lutheran church in Australia, St. Michael's. Absolutely beautiful museum. And here we have Hahndorf candle maker. I know, the stone's amazing. It's just authentic. You don't get more authentic than that. And here we have, let's check this out. We've got German folk art. Let's check out the German folk art. I'll just have to, look how busy the road is. Cars everywhere. Lots of traffic in this small little village. I'll just... We'll just wait for the cars. Definitely is a tourist town. Definitely is a tourist town. All right, let's check out the... It's not a highway, funny enough, Tina. It's a street, but it's a very busy street. Okay, here we have German folk art, traditional folk art. Pretty nice, eh? This is for the artists out there. And then after this, we'll go check out the Lutheran church. Who would have thought, hey? A German village in Australia. Look at this beautiful art. Tell me if you need me to stop or anything. Great question, Jill. So, no, it's not just Germans who live there. Nowadays, a few non-Germans live here too. But I'd suppose if you were to choose to live here, it would be most convenient for you to be German because... no, it's not just Germans. So I'd say, I don't know the percentages, but there is a percentage of people who are not German who live here. G'day, Ella. Yeah, it's Hahndorf. Hahndorf, we talked about the background and the history of it, and now we're just appreciating the village as it is. And look at these beautiful little bunnies for Easter. Look at these little cute little Easter bunnies. Jeannie, that's a great question. And that's the thing, like, I thought that some of them might be in German, but I guess they want to accommodate for tourists. And I guess because a lot of people who have settled here have not... I know, how cute is this German art? A lot of the people who live here are not German by heritage, so I guess it's just to make them feel a little more welcome. And here's a few more pieces of art. So gorgeous. Yeah, true, Tina. That's a good point. They could be bilingual. There's Christmas art. And here we have a candle maker. This is a candle maker shop. We'll have a quick little peek and then we'll keep walking. I want to take you to the Lutheran church. I don't know about you guys, and I'm not Christian, but I do appreciate churches. I think churches are so beautiful. There's so much to see, and Adelaide is the city for it. Here's a quick little peek inside the shop if you want to take a postcard of inside the shop. Yes, Suzanne, all this art is made locally. Absolutely. Now, sadly, yeah, second or third generation, people go to the big city and start new lives and, that's just how it is. So it's very hard to preserve a village for long enough. But let's cross the road. I want to take you to St. Michael's Lutheran Church now. Shops aren't open here. Great question, Suzanne. Shops aren't open because it's 8:27 in the morning now. And most of the shops open at 9. But for me... I know that in Europe it's getting late, so I had to make this early to ensure that my European brothers and sisters get a chance to watch this too. So sometimes we have to make a few compromises to ensure that everyone feels like they can watch it. Let's keep, because like there are things that are like at 10, 11 in the morning, like the Tram Museum, and perfect for the North Americans. But then there are things like nighttime markets and Melbourne at night that are bad for North Americans but great for Europeans. So you just, living in Australia, you just can't win. Look at this beautiful building. Used to be a residence. And now it's just accommodation. It's like, so if you come to Hahndorf, you want to stay the night there, you can book this accommodation and you can get a sense of what it was like to live there back in the day. So I love this. So yeah, if you want to visit Hahndorf, that's, in my opinion, that is the way to do it. Just feel like you're actually part of it. Now we're going to keep walking. We're going to head to the St. Michael's Lutheran Church, and we'll come back and we'll keep walking down the streets of Hahndorf. And the good thing about Hahndorf is, for example, I was chatting about it because I caught an Uber here. Myself and my parents, we caught an Uber here, and we're chatting to the Uber driver. And we all agreed that the good thing about Adelaide and about Hahndorf, everything is so close to each other. So for me to go from the city of Adelaide to Hahndorf was only a 28-minute drive. So hence why I caught an Uber. Whereas if I was to visit a village living in the city of Melbourne, it would cost me a lot more. Let's check out the Lutheran Church, which is just in front of us. You can see such a diverse area, TM. I agree with you 100%. Arlene, I've joined tours at 2 a.m. sometimes. Who needs sleep? I could not agree with you more, Arlene. Arlene, not Arlene. Arlene. Oh, look at this little graveyard over there. I don't know. If I don't sleep enough, if I sleep less than 7 hours, I do not function very well. So I need at least 7 hours. How beautiful is this? I mean, it's not beautiful. It's sorry, it's not beautiful. The graveyard isn't beautiful, but I mean the setting. That's not what I meant, obviously. I just want to take a nice shot. So over there you have that's what I meant. It's historic. It's like you feel like you're taking a step back in time. And over there you have the Lutheran church in the background. We'll go check it out. And the perfect lighting. Absolutely, Jen. No doubt, Cheryl. No doubt. And these are some of the founders. Their graves. And this is the St. Michael's Lutheran graveyard. Let's check out the church very quickly. It's a very small graveyard, isn't it? Yeah. I'm sure the cemetery is a lot bigger. There is a difference between a graveyard and a cemetery. Graveyards are a lot smaller and they're more, I think they're part of the church, right? If I'm not wrong. And the cemetery is a lot bigger. And would you have been a dangerous journey from... it would have been very dangerous, Jill. So it took them 4 months to get to Australia from Germany to escape the conditions in Prussia. And that tree, I know, it's a beautiful tree, isn't it? And here we have the St. Michael's Lutheran Church, the first Lutheran church in Australia. Very cute. This was actually established by Cavell himself. I'll just give you a second to soak it in. Tina, Adam shot. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. While Adam is here too, we'll do that. Here you go. Absolutely beautiful. This is a stunning church, huh? I wish it was open. We could check it in. Let's go back to horizontal. But the interesting thing is, Alex, is your mic disconnected? No. Can you guys hear me properly? Is my mic disconnected? Or you can? Okay, I'm not quite sure why Alex can't hear me, but I hope. This is the church. And that's it. It's a very, very small church. Why don't we just keep walking and checking out more of the town? How about that? Let's go. Oh, okay. Thanks, Ruth, for the heads up. It's good to know. Let's keep walking. Oh, here's another interesting thing. This would have been there for quite a while. Judging by the wood, we're talking a few hundred years old. Yeah, so Adelaide, yeah. In South Australia, a lot of the stones are locally sourced. So peaceful and sunny. Absolutely. But here's the thing. So there's actually another Lutheran church here in Hahndorf. It's called St. Paul's. So what happened was, Pastor Cavell, who founded St. Michael's, and there was another pastor called Freach. They had a bit of a disagreement on as to, oh, look at this, how cute is this? So the kids are actually doing the crossing, like volunteering. That's lovely. I love that. Oh, that's lovely to see. Oh, how cute is that? And that's what I love about the village life. You know, everyone gets involved. The kids help out in their own way. They learn responsibility. Well, I have, Colleen. I actually have, but I haven't seen it in 20 years. So it's the first time in 20 years that I've seen it. But it's lovely, you know. It's lovely, especially in Melbourne. You never see it. In Melbourne, they pay someone to do it, whereas if you go to a village, they just get the school kids to do it, which is lovely. Do they too, Tina? Okay, well, there you go. There you go. Are most residents Lutheran? Yeah. So the major religion here is the Lutheran sector of Christianity, however you put it. Yeah. Beautiful. Do you know how many people here? So how many people are descendants of the German immigrants? Dunya, you're asking? Denomination. Thanks, Shirley. God, those early mornings are getting to me. Denomination, that's the word. I do not know specific. I do not know how many of the people who live here are descendants of the original families. No, I do not know that. I don't think I couldn't find that. I was actually when I was researching this town, it was the first thing I wanted to find because there's a very famous football player, Australian football player, who comes from this town. And then I thought to myself, is he a descendant of the original 52 families? And I went on this whole, you know, when you go on the internet and you spend a good hour, but it feels like 5 minutes, and you're trying to find information. So I went into one of those sort of vortexes, and yeah, I ended up finding not much. I found a few people who are descendants, but I couldn't find the exact number of how many people are. Thanks, Galina. Thank you so much for your tip. Really appreciate it. So they are taught German in school. Yes, they certainly are. And I believe the schools are more focused on being... I don't think the schools are German anymore. I think they've been a little more modernized, in that, as in more Australianized in that sense. So they do speak down the rabbit hole. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the tip, Bill. Okay, I'm just going to cross. We'll just cross quickly. Very quickly. Okay. So here's the Hahndorf Museum. Surely it does need a ladder. A couple of kids with, you know, with those high visibility vests. And you've got free Wi-Fi in the village, which is nice. Damn, I wish I knew that. I would have used their Wi-Fi. Probably. But I think the museum is shut now, unfortunately. Yeah. So it opens at 10 o'clock in the morning in an hour. I'm definitely going to be checking out this next time, Judith Ann. Fatima, is German... Yeah. So people still... So a majority of people who live here are of German heritage. So most of the people who live here speak German. But because they're living in Australia, they have to obviously head to Adelaide from time to time and integrate with Australian society. They also speak English fluently. So, yeah, very interesting. Oh, the Adelaide Hills wine bar. Wouldn't that be nice now? Some wine tasting. And here we've got the Australian flag and the cannon. It's beautiful. You are German. Well, come move here. You? Yes, the Hahndorf Elizabeth is a village. Yeah, and here we have the Australian flag. Both the Australian flag and the German flags. It's so lovely. It is a cool cannon. I agree. We've got an alpaca shop. And it is a cool, you know what else? I was thinking the same thing. Cool door handle. Indian Express, beautiful. So you've got a Chinese restaurant, you've got an Indian restaurant. And it's nice just to break it up a little bit from the German cuisine. Mix it up. Jill, Jill's asking, do you think it's expensive to buy a house in this village? No, I definitely do not think so. I do not think it's expensive. But then again, I'm coming from Melbourne. Here we have Natura's, Spuds, Kransky, hot dogs, shakes, coffee. Arlene, in Australia, is it standard to be bilingual? Yes, it is actually. Well, here's the thing, right? Well, I come from Melbourne. 38% of the people in Melbourne weren't even born in Australia. So a lot of people in Australia or in Australia in general, I think in Australia it's about 30% of Australians weren't born in Australia. So a lot of people come from non-English speaking families. Look at this, the German pantry. Let's walk closer to that. Come from non-English speaking pantry. Come from non-English speaking background, and they speak other languages at home. So a lot of people here in Australia are bilingual. Which is interesting. And those who come from Anglican families learn it at school, because at school you learn Japanese, you can learn Chinese, you can learn French. And those are the main languages you can learn, and Italian as well in school. So they also try to encourage you to learn a second language in school in Australia by offering you a huge spike in entry to university points, if that makes sense. So if you learn another language, it boosts your overall score up. So they really want to incentivize people to learn languages, which is great. You learn French, Judy, which is great. Now here we have Spanish, yeah, but Spanish, no, they don't have. Most schools don't teach Spanish, but some schools do. But mostly it's French and Japanese, and those are the main ones. Here we go. How beautiful is this? That's all these foods. Let's have a quick peek into the beef biltong. Yeah, that's South Africa, isn't it, Sid? Let's get a little closer. That's inside. It's a big village, isn't it? It's bigger than Nimbin. Very different to Nimbin. Nimbin is a village, it's a hippie village that we visited it a few months ago. At least here I feel a little bit safer, which is odd, you know. You'd think you'd feel safer at a hippie village, but nope. Nimbin crossed your mind. It's just incredible how different they are, hey, Suzanne? So different. Lots of drugs. Lots of drugs going on in Nimbin. We've got a nice little park here, and we've got a little war memorial in honor of those who fought in World... Let's just have a look. It's either World War I or World War II. So let's have a look, and then we can check these buildings out from a distance. Again, all these buildings from 1988 onwards were listed as heritage listed. Let's just cross the road. This is the Alec Johnson Park. I'm just reading the sign. Biltong is dried meat, Arlene. Dried meat. It's very, very popular in South Africa. And here we have a monument, lest we forget. Exactly, Jen. It's with an X. It's with an X, people. My cousin's name is Alex, so they can have that one. Lest we forget. It's beautiful. 150 years. Lovely. Lest we forget all of the people who fought in World War II. So this is a World War II monument. And these are all the people from, I believe, Hahndorf, who fought in World War II. And the Boer War. World War One. These are all the wars. A war is so terrible. Like we never experienced another world war. Absolutely terrible. Let's cross this bridge. Let's have a quick little... Actually, just want to quickly... There was a bit of art down there, and then we'll cross the bridge. I just want to check out this little Alec Johnson Park. Down there. That's pretty nice. Okay, let's move a little bit. Now, a very common thing that people get to do when they come to, oh, here's another Chinese restaurant. Beautiful. So they have two different options, which is great. Another popular thing people love to do when they come to Hahndorf is beer tasting, right? So people love coming to Hahndorf to experience the German culture. It certainly saves you a long trip to, a 30-hour trip to Germany. That's a beautiful little park, isn't it? Great little peaceful spot. Oh, definitely, Tina. 100%. 100% they do Oktoberfest. Let's cross the bridge again. There's not much to see in the park. Let's see what else there is walking along the village. Melbourne does a very, very big Oktoberfest. You ever come to Melbourne during October? You can check it out. Oh, Murphy. If I do, it'll be in a few months later in the year, in spring in Australia, because I'm going to be back in spring because I want to do the Botanic Gardens when it's spring. So I think that'll just be an experience we'll never forget. So yeah, but I don't think I'll be doing it this week. Here's a Hahndorf fudge shop. They certainly do love it. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. Nice little German complex. We flew to Adelaide, Tina. Yeah, it's a little easier. It's a 1 hour flight. The distance from Melbourne to Adelaide is roughly the same as the distance from Melbourne to Sydney. So it's just very easy to get to Adelaide. We've got a fudge shop. Hahndorf. You want me to buy some fudge? Here's the fudge shop. Look at the style. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Very, $5 fudge. Handmade. Lovely. Wow. Well, that's true, Tina. They usually do give free samples. And here there's a gallery. The Fairy Garden. There's a gallery, the Sanctuary Gallery. Let's check this out. Oh, Joan, that's beautiful. Awesome. Well, you can touch base. You're in Melbourne. And here you can buy gifts. They're all Australian made. So peaceful here, eh? And here's the Fairy Garden. Oh, so hidden. Lucky we got to see this. I love this sign. Ring quietly to let the fairies know of your approach. I'm intrigued. I'm very, very intrigued by this fairy garden. That is so cute. Look at this. Only in Hahndorf, my friends, and only on Hago. Oh, I just want to escape now. Just escape to fairyland. You just want to sit on this mushroom and meditate. Actually, I might do that, meditate on the mushroom. That would be lovely. Welcome to my garden. That's pretty. I could be a pixie, that's right. That's quite beautiful. Stunning. These are things you don't get in big cities, my friends. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. You just don't get these beautiful hidden gems. And here you get you can get a massage, which is important for me. Because I do love a good old shoulder massage. I think I might even move here myself. It's beautiful. Well, I don't know how I'm going to do tours. Thanks, Molly. Thank you for the tip. That's better than my doormat. It says doorbell broken. Yell ding dong real loud. Oh, that's brilliant, Arlene. I know, it's too bad that it is closed, Jen. Would have been nice. Yeah, Sid, you've figured that hack out too. Yeah. My friend Andy introduced me to this hack. It's great. So you just go to massage colleges and you get the students give you a 1 hour massage for $29. Here it's $20, and you just pay a lot less. How beautiful is this? Candle barn. That's lovely. Jill, that would be great. That would be great. Let's check out some of the stuff that they sell in the candle barn. Yeah, Colleen. So, because the students need to practice. They practice on you. So, some are good, others are bad. But, like, most of the time they're good, you know. The art of well-being. Look at those beautiful candles. Wow. Those are stunning. Look at this one over here. Oh, thanks for the tip, Colleen. That's awesome. 25 back then. 3 Wishes candle bar. Amazing. And then you've got Hahndorf Sweets, more fudge, with a German koala climbing a German lollipop. I am definitely gonna. I think now they've tapped into my subconscious. So even if I don't want to, I'll eventually have fudge today. It's like now that's it. It's happening. Some made with aged vanilla. Yeah, true, Sid. True. You've got a nice little. That will be a lovely gift to get someone. That's very nice. And let's check out the last place, the Hahndorf Inn. Okay, before we leave. Thanks, Shirley, for your tip. Really appreciate it. That's right, Fatima. It means rooster village. That's what it translates to. But as I was saying, it's named after Captain Dirk Hahn, who helped the Lutheran immigrants from Germany, from Prussia, negotiate a fair deal to help them thrive in this village. They named the village after him, Hans Village, Hahndorf. I love it, Sin. Love it. Here we have. Let's keep crossing. Let's keep going. Here's the Aboriginal art house. That's lovely. That's so nice to see they have an Aboriginal art house here. And on that note, before the uh, before the Europeans, the Germans decided to settle here in Hahndorf, this was this is the place for 2,400 years. The Piramang Aboriginal people lived here. So thanks for the tip, Sid. Let's check out some of the art. It's beautiful. Piramang Aboriginal people lived here, and they actually named this place. So before it was Hahndorf, to the Aboriginal people, it's called Bugatila, which means which is in reference to there was a huge swimming hole. So I used to love swimming here. You love the blue one, yeah? It's pretty, isn't it? There you go. And these are artists who some information about this. And you can take a postcard. And over here, we'll just have a quick little peek into the gallery. Beautiful. I love it. I just love Aboriginal artwork. It's just so beautiful. Thanks for the tip, Hillary. It's so abstract and beautiful and dreamy. Thanks, Sid and Becca, for your tips. Let's just have a... And here you got the certificate of authenticity, 100% authentic Aboriginal art. It's important to always have a look at the certificates. I did a Melbourne tourist traps tour not long ago. I talked to you about you should always double check where the Aboriginal art is being made. If it's made overseas, do not buy it. If it's made in Australia and if there's a certificate of authenticity and it tells you who the artist is, then buy it. It may be a little more expensive, but at least the money is going to the artist. Here's more Aboriginal art down there. Beautiful. Fatima, do you know the origin of the name? Yeah, so the village is called Hahndorf after the captain. So basically, when they immigrated from Germany to Australia, they're on a ship for 4 months, and the captain of the ship was a gentleman by the name of Captain Dirk Hahn. And along the way, as he was navigating them through the oceans, the tumultuous oceans, there were initially 198 people on the ship and 38 families. And as they were, look at this beautiful little thing. And as they were navigating, he really just admired their sense of community, their optimism, their positivity, and they were always so nice to him. And another thing that he noted in his memoirs was that the Lutheran Germans had these beautiful rituals, right? Despite everything that they felt uncomfortable about, they would just dance every morning and they would engage in these beautiful, optimistic and positive rituals. And this is a bush gallery, ladies and gentlemen. So he loved that about them, and he vowed that when they get to South Australia, he will help them settle in properly. So when they got there, he helped them negotiate 100 acres of land, 100 acres of land with high up government people, so they can start off their journeys. Beautiful. Thanks, Colleen. And they yeah, so and they use 19 acres of that to create the shops that you're looking at right now, their homes and roads and everything. And with the remainder, 20 plus acres, they use it for farming, and they use farming to thrive. So Hahn did that for them, and in honor of Hahn, Captain Dirk Hahn, the Danish captain, they named the village after him because of his kindness, because he really did go above and beyond to ensure that they are 100% safe. What did the land? So the land was just basically forest and bush and everything. So yeah, they had to cultivate the land on their own. And yeah, thanks for the tip, Marie, and thanks, Doreen, for your tips. Oh, sorry, Jen, I just missed your comment to look back at the Aboriginal buildings. Everyone's so friendly here. Oh, God. Hello. Thanks, Corrine, for your tip. That's okay, Fatima. It's interesting because a lot of people, because of Hahn means rooster in German, a lot of people think that it's named up because there were a lot of roosters here or something. But they named it in honor. And before, when we began the tour, I showed you a statue. I showed everyone a statue. They erected a statue in honor of Dirk Hahn, to honor him for his contributions and for everything. And here, this is accommodation, ladies and gentlemen. So these two are lodges. It's amazing. So it's like an 19th century style German lodge. So if you come and stay here, again, in Hahndorf, you can stay in these lodges, and you can, you can wake up feeling like you're in Germany, which is quite beautiful. The Germans on this stream are probably laughing, going, I get to do this every day anyway. But, for us in Australia, we're so far away. Yes, it's pronounced plow, Sid. We just spell it differently than you. And this is a hotel, a motel, but it's beautiful. I wish it was open. I could actually ask them to show us inside. That would be lovely, hey? Should I try? Should I just knock on the door? Here it says motel. Wake up in Hahndorf. What do we have to lose? Let's try. I think they're shut though. Let's see. So let's go down there. Let's see if they'll. Oh, look at this beautiful Brau house. Very, very cute. And I'll give you a little panoramic view now. And we'll knock on the door of the hotel. That looks very German. You would not think that we are in Australia. Country Australia. But I highly recommend you visit. I'm going to go for lunch later and check it out. Where do you... Oh, yeah, that is fake grass. That is fake grass, Jen. Yeah, it is. And everywhere. Hahndorf, established 1839. And as you can tell, we're heading into autumn. In America, you call it fall. No, Judy, the trees are real. And the trees look like this because we're heading into autumn, fall. And as you can tell, they're losing their greenness, but they're still beautiful, aren't they? I actually, to be honest, I think that during autumn, you find some of the most beautiful trees. It's not just spring. It is wonderful, isn't it, Suzanne? Thanks for the tip, Fatima. Appreciate it. Let's see. Let's walk through. I think it's shut. Maybe I'll knock on the door. It is a unique door handle, though. Thanks for the tip, Pamela. Moira, it looks like our local Kleinkarten when you lived in Germany. Oh, that's a fascinating... It's an American lock. It should be a German lock. That's a good point, Moira. Thanks for sharing that fact. Yeah, Judy, it's odd to see leaves, eh? Okay, no one's answering the door. We tried. Here's more lodging and accommodation. And this is to give you a sense of what the houses and the trees. We're actually in Adelaide Hills, and we're surrounded by mountains everywhere. So yeah, it's look at the stones. Look at how beautiful and authentic. These are all heritage listed. They're all from the 19th century. So beautiful. Morning. Beautiful morning. Beautiful morning. Yeah, absolutely. Murphy's saying, I have 11 aunts and uncles in Germany. Then my mum is here. It's beautiful over there. And the architecture in the suburbs of Hamburg is similar to this, much larger in scale. A lot of, yeah, very, very, thanks for sharing that, Murphy. Absolutely. It's beautiful, hey? Suzanne, do they have koalas or kangaroos around here? They would in the hills. So we're in Adelaide Hills, right? So we're surrounded by hills. When I drove in, we're driving into the mountains. So if you head into the bush, into where all the trees are, you'll find, I don't think you'll find koalas, but I can tell you'll find definitely kangaroos, and you'll find even, emus. Lots of emus in South Australia. Lots of emus. So if you ever want to find emus, you come to South Australia and Victoria, but you're not going to get many emus up north because it's not ideal for them. Yes, Judy. Thank you. Thanks for saying that. But Adelaide Hills is great, not just because of obviously nature, but you've got some of the most amazing wineries in Adelaide Hills. Now I'm just going to show you one more place. I just love this building. I just love it. And then we'll, yeah, absolutely, Jen, in the wild. We're going to check them out soon, in a month or so. I'm going to take you emu spotting, so please ensure that you're there. I just want to show you this beautiful building, and then I'll let you enjoy the rest of your day. It's a beautiful building. Oh, stunning, 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 stunning. The Stephanie, an emu is a giant bird. It's almost similar. It's the second largest bird in the world, slightly like an ostrich. It's the Australian national symbol. And here you've got gifts. Look at all these bears. Look at all these bears. And they can't run backwards. That's exactly right, Cheryl. They can't. And which is why they have been placed as our national symbol. Here you got more accommodation. And lastly, I just want to show you the hot dog, the German hot dog shop. Your bears love them, Tariq? Lovely. Yeah, so the leaves are changing colors on the trees now because we're heading into autumn. And here we have fantastic German hot dogs. That'll be the perfect way to finish with fantastic German hot dogs. Not just the world's best hot dogs, but Hahndorf's best hot dogs. And they're fantastic. Have I told you that? I bet. Well, definitely, Sid. I can't imagine they wouldn't have sauerkraut. That's not a bad idea, Liz. Unfortunately, I highly doubt it, TM, but that would be lovely for me. And you can buy collectible cars. And lastly, sorry, I promise this will be the last one. There's a German village shop. Let's have a quick peek into this. The German village shop. And that's the shop, I believe, that is on the cover of this tour. So we'll just cross the road. It's a very busy road for a village. 1 second. And then we'll show you that. And then we can see at least small toy cars. Here we go. How beautiful is that? This is the cover. This is beautiful. How lovely is it? And the flags are all... Oh, you do not get more Hahndorf than this. Absolutely beautiful. There we go. We'll get one without the rainbow as well. The German heart is beating. Which meat shop? I can't see a meat shop anywhere. Oh, Jill, down there. Oh, no, that's like a 20-minute walk now. How beautiful is that? And, you know, let's take a nice postcard. There you go. Let's see. I'll see how I go, Jill, but yeah, it's a bit out of the way. Absolutely beautiful. Hey, guys. Cuckoo clock. That's right. Thanks for the tip, Samara. Appreciate it. Let's have a quick little look at these cuckoo clocks. Let's check it out. Oh, wow. Check this out. Guys, this is just stunning. Have you ever seen anything like this? So German. So German, I'm going to start talking with the German accent now. Oh my God. This is just making me crave a schnitzel, and I'm a vegan. I shouldn't even be saying that. Let me just switch it to, yeah, we'll take a full postcard of this. Of course, we'll get the sign now again, Cheryl. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there's also some beautiful flowers here I want to show you. Let me just show you this quickly. I'll give you the sign with the flags. How about that? Let me just block this sun. There you go. There you go. So you got the sign with the flags. Thank you, Tariq. Please appreciate it. I'm just going to show you one more thing. I just need to give you this beautiful shot. This is me and my eye for photography. Trying to... No, okay. It looked better in my mind. Maybe I was a little too ambitious there. I was trying to get a flower in. How about that? Maybe not. It looked better in my mind, but it's cool. Maybe we'll, let me try something else. Let's try that. Oh, sorry. Oops, there we go. Oh, 1 sec. Sorry, guys, if you're getting seasick from this. There we go. You got it, Suzanne? Okay. That's what I was looking for. Here we go. Oh, wait, no. Hold on, there we go. Here we go. There we go, guys. That's beautiful. Go ahead, my friends. This is just beauty defined. Stunning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope you've taken some nice postcards. Thank you, Jen. And on that note, I'm going to switch it back to my face now. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I definitely enjoyed myself. This was so fun, and this is definitely worth the commute to this beautifully remote village. Oh, very quickly. Very quickly. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Look at this. Look at this. Whoa, it's amazing. You could spend the whole day coming across little hidden pearls. Go ahead, click the postcard button. Thanks you, Moira. Aw. So it took me 28 minutes to drive here, which is not too bad. Thanks, Katie. Thanks to all of you, Natalie, Robin. I really appreciate your company. Thank you, Ruth. Appreciate it. It does look French, yeah, a little bit. That's a good point, Elizabeth. I enjoyed myself, guys. I had such a good time. This is just so fun. Villages are just so special, aren't they? There's like this energy and soul to it. So, yeah, thank you so much to all of you. I really appreciate your company. I appreciate you guys being here with me. Thanks for the tip, Adrian. Thanks to all of you who have tipped and contributed in your own ways. You can also share this in the group so that you can spread the word about this beautiful German village. You can leave a review if you enjoyed it. Don't leave a review if you didn't enjoy it. No, I'm kidding. You can leave a review if you didn't enjoy it. I don't care. No, but seriously, thank you so much, guys. I really enjoyed your company. I really enjoyed everything. This is fun. This is great. This is basically everything that we expected today. I bet some of you expected me to get lost by having people talk to me in German and me not understanding them, but that didn't happen today. I managed. It was good and fun, and we got to learn a little bit about Hahndorf's history. And yeah, guys, you are the best. Honestly, you rock. You are amazing. So thanks, Fatima. Appreciate it. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks to all of you. Tomorrow we'll be back in Adelaide, Elizabetta. We will be exploring the churches. We'll be church hopping in Adelaide. Thanks, Laurel. Thanks to all of you. Wow, I'm just like humbled by your appreciation for this, because it does take a lot of work. It does take a lot to prepare this. So I really appreciate that you appreciate it. So thank you so much. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll be checking out the part of Adelaide, the churches, which is a monumental part of Adelaide. It's what Adelaide is known for, right? City of churches. So regardless of whether you are Christian, Jewish, Muslim, doesn't matter what you are, churches are beautiful, right? We can all agree on that. So let's just enjoy that. Love you guys. And I'll speak to you tomorrow, and take care. Thanks, Michelle, for your tip. Love you guys. Bye-bye. And follow my channel if you haven't yet. See you guys.